Okay, beautiful ones, if you can take a deep breath and land with me. Just allow yourself to land fully, unapologetically. Deep breath into the belly and exhale. Let the weight on your shoulders settle. Come down, let them be released. Allow them to be released. Shrug them. Maybe there is some tension in the neck. Just allow yourself to land. Release the muscles. And continue to inhale deeply, so deeply, as though you're drinking from this giant cauldron all the breath of gold. Let them arrive into your belly, the space below the navel, right in the center of your belly. And exhaling all the way out. As you exhale, release the diaphragm, release the tailbone, release the chest, release the shoulders, release the muscles around the sacrum. Allow the sacrum to open very naturally on its own. Allow the pelvic bones to be released. Just allow the energy to flow down. Let the tailbone sink even deeper. Deep beyond the surface of earth. Deep into the earth. Heading deeper and deeper towards the heart of Mother Earth, that great inner city. The flaming heart of Earth. Travel deeper today, ever deeper. And see if you can ride on your tailbone today. Allow your mind to ride on the tailbone. The very tip of the tailbone, if you like. Let's stand on the edge of your imagination. Let's push the edge a little bit today. Let's go beyond what we think is possible. Let the mind drop into this infinite light. And simply allow the mind to marvel in this unseen realm. This unseen realm that is always here. And yet the mind does not get in touch with enough. Deepen so deep that you can almost touch. And perhaps today, if you are ready and you feel that deep current moving beyond the surface, so deep, go dip your toe in there, into the current. Stand in the fluid waters, feel the flow of the universe. You are in the void where all potential exists. Your infinite self. Feel the pleasure of this flow. Feel the pleasure of flowing with this flow. Oh my goodness. That's my WhatsApp going. Apologies for that. Just allow yourself to move. The energy. Just making sure, as I will ask of you as well, as I do so right now, turning off all the noises, turning off all the sensorial I'm allowing myself to settle back in after that shock to my system. Just as you will right now. All is well. All is well. Quiet the ears. And that doesn't mean that you have to push away any noise. What it merely means is to become aware of the noises around you, the sounds, the subtle movements of being in the physical, and simply flowing. Never leaving the center of stillness within you. And slowly taking a deep, deep breath. When you open your eyes, exhale, radiate your field of infinite light into the room, through your eyes, as you tune your attention back to the screen. Feel your radiance filling up the entire room. Even though the eyes may not see, the physical eyes, you can absolutely feel that. And all of us here, all of us present in this moment and beyond. Remember, energy moves beyond time and space. Time and space is merely for us, the physical being here, to make sense of where we are and where we are heading to. But never forget your true infinite essence. Never forget. And good morning. Good morning, Clive, Ollie, Petra. Welcome. Shall we begin? Yeah? Let me know in the comments how you're feeling as you come back. Continue to deepen your tailbone. Continue to allow your mind to settle and land deep into the pool of your infinite essence. And that pool of infinite essence is actually very real. Even though your physical eye cannot see it, it is located beneath where you're seated. It's located beneath where you're walking. It's located beneath where you're standing. Yeah? That is your chakra 10. It is a reflection, a pool that reflects your divine purpose, your divine blueprint. And even though I speak in that way so that your mind can locate it in this moment, let it be known that there is no separation ultimately between you and that chakra, between you and any chakras that is found within your body and beyond. So welcome. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling. One thing about me, if you're new to this space, if you've never been in a live session with me, I love having a conversation. I am a generator by human design, so when I am conversing in real time, really pure wisdom flows through me. This is my devotion and my stance, let's put it that way. My hope is that I can communicate with a pure channel, to be the hollow bone, to share the transmission that is coming through without having my human stand in the way. Sometimes it can be very scary, right? And it really relates back to the topic that we're going to cover today, which is how, when was the last time you have deeply listened to yourself? When was it? And in fact, how does it feel like when you are deeply listening to yourself? Let me know in the comments. And for those who are new here, my name is Li Ying, and I am a way of tea teacher, spiritual mentor. I'm a tea ceremonialist. I am here to create experiences that will truly allow multidimensional beings, and in particular women, these are my core clients that I work with, to embody your fullest divine expression. And what that really means is that, yes, we are humaning. And I said humaning because this is something we are here to almost like create through. And the one that's creating is your divine essence. The one that is being expressed in every moment. And yet along the way, it's almost like we are in the movie and we are the actor and the actress, and somehow along the way we have forgotten that we are actually in a movie, that we are the director, that we are the one who's scripting this. We forgot. And we got so involved in our character, in our role, that we somehow forgot that we are actually here to live our fullest expression as a fractal of the divine. Right? Petra, I have pressure on my chest. I'm not too sure what that means. Is it like a sensation like someone's pressing on your chest? Let me know. And yes, Blossom, right? There are many people, and I'm sure this isn't the first time that you're hearing this, that you will hear this over and over again, is that you will hear that you are not meant to stay small, you're not meant to hide behind these walls of hesitation, that, the world needs you right now. And you are meant to create something incredibly spectacular, right? Yes, Petra. So this is a beautiful, is it something that you were feeling during the meditation? Let me know. Yes, I did. Yes, that's an answer to my question, wasn't it? So it just feels like somebody pushed on my chest, like a pressure. Yeah? Is that how it feels like? Yes. Good, 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 good. Right. I wanted to speak about this today, so that's perfect. So, when we are deeply listening to ourselves, oftentimes there is a distinction, really. I often ask, like, yes, you're listening, but are you listening to the mind that is very much constricted, that is very much constricting? And this isn't the fault of the mind. If you know me and you know my work, I am all about integration. I'm all about integrating. I'm not ever going to tell you, push away the vexation, avoid pressure, push away and try to avoid feeling pain. No, no, no. You know why? Because in my books, and this is something that has really set me free, the truth is that when you come into a place of infinite love, infinite embodiment, that what that means is that you're bringing forth your true essence as the one who is completely whole. There's nothing lacking. It simply is a remembering, and we continue to remember as we truly are the Big Bang continuing to expand in real time. When we do so, life begins to take on a very different shade, a very different color. Life becomes more and more clear. It's clear to us that it simply is an act of remembering who we are. And this act of remembering doesn't take place somewhere out there. And even when we say deeply listening, who's that voice? Where's that voice coming from? That doesn't come from somewhere outside of you. It's from within. And this true essence is continuing to unfold through us. And yes, you can always choose. There is free will to say, I hear you, voice, but I'm scared. So I'm going to choose to listen to what I'm familiar with, which is it's not going to happen. The economy is slowing down. So many people are failing. Why should I do that? What if I let go and everything just goes to shit? Or like, what would they think about me if I did that? No one has ever done that. Or on the other end of the spectrum, it's like, so many people have done that. Who am I to do that? You see? Can you see that this is an illusion simply because it takes on all kinds of faces? There isn't one truth in it. But if you were to dial in to that truth within you, yes, perhaps Petra, what I'm feeling here, energetically speaking, I feel that there is something that is asking to be let out, that is being asked to be expressed, but there is a holding back. And how do I know? Oftentimes, women come to work with me and they say, when I ask them to feel into the vision, when I ask them to feel into the dream, when I ask them to deeply listen to what exactly am I here to do, what is my life, what is the dream that I'm here, that I really, really want to live. And I'm asking this question to all of you. If you can comment, be bold enough to tell me today, that is a real progress. And I don't want you to just sit here and listen to me talk and talk and talk. I want you to actually participate. So please let me know. Because if you don't participate, this is just going to be another information session that flies by your head, and you're like, oh, I felt like, oh, okay, that was awesome, great, turn it off. After the live, you go back to your life again. And there's no change. There is no integration, there's no embodiment. And yes, this is a purely one session, and I always talk about this, is that this is for you to become aware. Become aware of what is happening in your energy field so that you can go forth and make the choice, choose the choice that will empower you, to empower your higher self to be expressed. Beautiful Blossom Violet, already living my dream. Joanne, to heal my body from cancer, amazing. And Blossom Violet, as you are living your dream, and I'm working with a lot of beautiful women who are at this stage actually. As you are living your dream, going forward, you are here to share. You are here to share your light in a grand scale that is beyond the mind's comprehension. And so my question is, do you feel that as your truth? Yeah? We are constantly unfolding. So you may unfold in that direction, or you may unfold in the sense that, you know what, I really want someone to support me. I really want that dream to be taken out into a bigger, wider field. Or I feel that oftentimes what happens is like beautiful, amazing CEOs, healers, guides, amazing people who are here already doing the thing they love. There is something here that is going to take you to the next level. And that is to really truly embrace your infinite self, to truly understand how to work with this cosmic wisdom that is coming through. So oftentimes, and I'm going to come back to you, Joanne, yeah? Oftentimes, I want to really say this from the bottom of my heart. Oftentimes, there is no word that can really experience or express that. That is where you go so much deeper than the surface level of how to achieve my dreams, how to live my dreams. We are actually dropping so deep into the infinite space. And it often is such a passage. And for women who work with me who are at that stage, I often say this: your embodiment is everything. Your embodiment, the way you act, the way you express yourself in the world, the way you care about others. And please don't seclude yourself. Yeah? Don't ever feel like you are beyond this worldly world. Because your light, just being yourself, walking into a room can transform the room. And I think what I had to go through was this, really. You know, I have come to that place. I had felt that way. And I started to feel that, you know what? I just want to really come into this really quiet place. And what happened after that was a huge lesson, because I came into a quiet place almost like a sage who chose to seclude herself on the mountain. Metaphorically speaking, of course, because I am married, I have a house, I have responsibilities, I have a business and all of that, of course. I have clients that I answer to. But I felt myself withdrawing more and more. Even though I was feeling blissful, in ecstasy most of the time, I was really happy with everything that was manifesting. And then I realized this. I really saw it almost like a sacred geometry in the field, that all of us fractals are interconnected. And this is actually written about in Chan Buddhism or Zen Buddhism, in Zen. Yeah, you all know this as Zen. I often call it Chan because that is the genesis of Zen. Zen is Japanese, Chan is Dhyana, is the Sanskrit word that all of that began from. There are often stories, koans, where they talk about, you know, awakening the monk through putting a question in them. And there is a huge saying, there's a very popular saying, I don't know if you've heard of this: no doubt, no awakening. Medium doubt, medium awakening. Big doubt, big awakening. And there are lots of stories, like lots of koans in Zen that speak about monks who have truly achieved this sense of peace. And then the teacher drops a question into them. And then they get distressed, and then they get frustrated. They're like, what is the answer to this? What is it? And they start seeking teachers. They start seeking the answer within, meditating for hours, and all of those journey that opened up, and an adventure, as they climb the mountains to seek for the teacher, the master, to give them the answer. But at the end of the day, the answer is always found within. They already have the answer. And oftentimes when the answer comes to them, they will be laughing out loud, or they will be hitting themselves over the head, or the master will be hitting them on the head, and then they will get the answer, right? And so why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because when we are living the dream, it becomes something that's very, very normal. It's like when we are standing apart from a scene. For example, I love this scene where I'm staring at it. Well, I'm gazing at the tree that's being blown by the wind, a pine tree. Let's put it that way. And my heart just feels it. I'm like crying when I see the wind blowing the pine tree so beautifully and so serenely. But imagine that you are the wind or you are the pine tree. The pine tree would be like, it's just normal for me to move this way when the wind is blowing me. And the wind would be like, it's just normal that the pine tree moves like this when I'm blowing at it. So in the same way, when we are so deeply in full trust of ourselves, it becomes something very normal. It becomes something very normal to go out there and say, you know what? I feel like turning right today. And I turn. The mystery is telling me to turn left. I don't have to question why. I just do it. Yes, Marina. Hello and hello. If you are seeking always for an answer, the first thing you gotta know is, yes, the answer is within. It's always within. You already know the answer. But it's not as simple as that. This is why there are teachings. This is why there are so many ways out there, so many modalities, so many ways of finding the answer. But that road, all roads lead to Rome, right? The answer is within. No fireworks. Just like there are no fireworks when the wind is sawing the pine. And a lot of times in today's world, what we are seeking for is actually that instant gratification, or that big awakening, that boom, that firework, like, oh my God, cosmic, I'm out there, I'm channeling, I'm doing all these magical things, when what is magical is actually right here. What's extraordinary is actually right here. And we have to begin to find that here, because otherwise we will continuously be seeking the next teacher, the next course, the next big breakthrough, the next record-breaking thing that I can do, so that I can post it on Instagram, so that I can tell everyone that I did it. But if you are fully, deeply listening, if you're fully embodied as the divine, humaning, the divine having a human experience, the divine being expressed through this human, if you're at that place, you will actually feel the sense of bliss, the ecstasy, but you know that it wasn't done by the I. It was the divine being expressed through you. And when I say the divine, it is not removed from you. It's not some big, gigantic man sitting on a throne giving that to you. It's literally, I like to describe it this way, the Big Bang unfolding through you. Because the Big Bang, the cosmos, is still unfolding as we speak. Marina is saying, yes, I need to hear this. I'm always looking for the missing piece. So stay on here, because we're going to dive deeper. And I'm coming back to all the comments that are right here on this side of the channel on Insight Timer. Joanne is saying to heal my body from cancer. Yes. Yes, and what if you deepen into the truth that you are already healed? That every single thing that's showing up right now is an expression of the divine. That it is happening for me, through me, as me. And I know sometimes it can trigger the F out of people when I say that. And that's okay. I'm going to continue saying that. Because everything is divine. Even the trash on the floor is divine. And we must recognize that because it is a signal, it's a sign. It's literally a finger pointing at the moon. Who am I right here, right now? It's a finger pointing to the moon. It's not the moon. It's the finger pointing to the moon. It's the raft that will take you to the shore. But the minute you reach the shore, you throw away the raft. With love, with gratitude, of course. But don't mistake the raft as who you are, as your destination. Too many of us are doing this, especially the ones who are in devotion to our spiritual expansion. When we are in devotion, let us not be lost in the things that are distracting us, like, when am I going to be enlightened? When am I going to have abundance? When what it really is to remember who you are, and your way of being is going to attract everything. It's going to magnetize everything that is in the field. Every single person you meet is a reflection of your consciousness. That's all. That's all. That's why we can laugh out loud sometimes when someone is freaking triggered and is in my face about it. I'm like, okay, turning inward right now because there's something about this person that's triggering me and I'm hella uncomfortable with it, but it's uncomfortable, I know, because it's unfamiliar to my mind right now, and so I need to come back to my stillness. One breath, one time, slowly deepening into what it is that I am trying to protect myself from. And if you are afraid of deeply listening to yourself, if you find that, you know what, today is enough, I've touched the surface level, I don't need to do this anymore, like, my invitation to you is to deeply tune in, even deeper than you thought you've gone. I remember this myself, like, I thought I was deeply listening, I thought that was deep enough, and then every sign in my life, including a tarot card, a person, a teacher, they're saying to me, deepen, go deeper. And I was so triggered. I was like, damn it. My ego was like, I thought I was so deeply tuned in. What am I not doing? It isn't about that. It's actually an invitation to actually go to the next level that you are ready for, that your mind thinks you're not. But every part of the signs is already being turned into, come on, you are ready. And I think there's a lot to be said about readiness as well, isn't it? In our society, we are being rewarded for planning every single detail. Everyone says that. It's like, wow, you're such a good planner. Like, you already know where you're going to be in like 10 years. Whereas the ones who are following their intuition and they don't have an answer for the next step even, they're not sure. Society tends to just say, that's not a good thing, you know? I think you have to know exactly where you're going. Otherwise, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to your children? What's going to happen to your business? What's going to happen to your relationship? Are you going to have kids? Are you going to, are you going to mortgage a house? All of these things you don't know. And I've been there. I still am. I still receive so many people in that way saying like, are you sure you don't want to have kids? Like, do you know what's happening? I don't know. And I often say this, like, I don't even know if I'm going to be around tomorrow physically. What I do know is I'm here Right now I'm here. And my intention right now in every moment is to be so fully present, because where there is presence, there is a detachment from the outcome, a detachment to what other people would think, a detachment that is not like a cold, like, I don't care what they think, but like a real presence of all that really matters is here. And I know that I am continuously, even as I sleep, even as I go about my day, running my errands as a human, I am continuously receiving this divine essence, and it is up to me to express that. And that's a beautiful question. I'm going to come back to that. So, Blossom Violet said, I am sharing my universal oneness, love, my piano music here on it. Like, I think that's what you're trying to say. Let me know. Nene says to be brave and choose the things that I don't think I'm capable or worthy of. This is an awesome one. Let's pause here. Nene, I can tell you until the cows come home that you are worthy as you already are. You're worthy the moment you're born. You're worthy. Yes, but you won't believe me. Why? Because you put on this belief that has protected you, that has taken you through life up to this point. This belief that I don't think I'm capable or worthy has taken you far. It must have, otherwise you wouldn't be clinging on to it. Otherwise you wouldn't allow it to exist in your field. So my invitation to you today is to embrace that as a protective mechanism that you have cultivated, that you have put on as a shield at some point in your life. And allow your divine essence to embrace that, alchemize that, bring that fully into gold, turning lead into gold. That's what an alchemist does. And that is what we are all here to do. To be brave enough. Coming back to the pressure on the chest. What that really is the solar plexus, your personal power, asking to be unleashed, and yet we're trying to press it down. No, don't. I'm afraid. I'm gonna die if you do this. No, you're not gonna die. Maybe the death happens in the sense that your false identity will die, so that the truth can arise, so that the truth can really blossom out, like blossom violet, to blossom out. So for the one who has Petra, pressure in the chest, my invitation to you, come into that stillness, breathe into the solar plexus. That's all. No need to attach any ideas, any outcome, any thoughts into it. Simply allowing yourself to breathe. No parts of your body is going to move except your solar plexus. Breathing into it, let it expand, and then out. Exhale, contract. Inhale, stretch it open as wide as you can today. For some people, it's going to be very difficult, but trust me, you will feel it more and more present as you do this more and more, and you will start to feel your solar plexus. You will actually feel the presence of your solar plexus, because right now everything's all tight and contracted. You want to open the aperture. This is the energy of your magnetic field. You want to live as the divine expression that you are? You gotta open this up. You got to open this up, and it is connected to your solar plexus, your heart, solar plexus, and your sacral, your root. All of this you gotta take care of. Because even if you're open up here, Doesn't matter. There is no stupa. There's no pillar. There's no foundation for this to be expressed. That's why there are so many amazing, talented healers, channelers. They're just so inclined to escape. They're not in their body. And we are here to be in the body. We are in the body. When we are in the body, we are expressed as the divine. That is how we remember. That is how we remember. Yes. So, coming back to the next comment here. Hi, Li-Ying from Jane. Hi, Jane. I truly believe I am here to be something greater than this human with all its restrictions. I have chronic pain. I truly, truly believe this, but time goes by and nothing seems to change. Beautiful. I'm sending you a lot of love, Jane. And you may have already heard this over and over again. Over and over again, the things that I'm saying. Perhaps it's a new thing to you. Maybe you've already heard of this. Maybe you've tried many things. A lot of times the women that come to work with me have already done many, many things. Many things. And yet, the one thing that has always been present within you has not been looked at. And that is your divine essence. That is your divine essence, the one that is whole and complete. Chronic pain can be healed. And I'm not a doctor, obviously. You can take this or leave it, but I've had clients who had chronic pain, like really bad back pain, sclerosis, and she was able to stop taking her medication. And when we are in deep state, it became very clear that the pain wasn't present when we were deeply in the body, in deep state. And how we do that is that we go into ceremony. I work with tea in this way, what I call the way of tea, where we presence the divine within through the presence of a very beautiful plant that is not psychedelic. It's an adaptogenic plant. You know, you can do this every day. There's nothing about it that will require you to alter your lifestyle, the way you eat, but you will naturally, because you are in connection with this leaf. Its essence is the cosmos. The entire universe is contained in that bowl of tea. And of course, I can dive deeper into the tea, what kind of tea, but that is beside the point. What we're doing here is that the ceremony itself unfolds the essence of who you are. And when that happens, you are in full presence. When you are in full presence, again, like I said, there is no question. There is complete detachment from the outcome. And when that happens, guess what? You can fully allow the body to rest. Your nervous system calms down. And then we go through the journey of also working with your body through what I call internal alchemy. That includes your mind, your body, your spirit, through breath, through, some of you know as Qigong, right? Stillness meditation, through ceremony. All of this brought her to a place where she could really be present in her body. And the mind starts to come in here as well. So it's not overthinking up here. How can I do it? What can I do? Oh my God, it won't be possible. Instead, we're making use of the mind as the super consciousness that it's always been. Bringing it down to where it truly belongs. And this is just one part of it, because there's other things that you can only experience that I can't even tell you in words. Playing in the infinite field, where you can really see all the possibilities, is one thing. The next thing is to act, to take the action, to choose the portal and move through that portal. To bring the energy from the unseen into the seen. The version of you, Nene, who is healed, who is completely free and liberated, it exists in the field. So what is that version like? Really write that down. Ask yourself. I'm not a big person, I'm not big on writing, because I want you to experience it. So in this moment as I speak, experience it. What is that feeling of the person, the Nene, who is already healed? What's that version like? Is she taking big risks? Is she doing something that your current version is afraid of doing? It gets uncomfortable for the current version, but make no mistake, your higher self already exists. But you gotta deeply listen. Come on. You listen. Don't listen to the ego. Listen to that higher version. What is that higher version of you doing? And I say higher only because, not because it's higher and you're lower. It doesn't make sense in that way. But what I mean is the true essence. Let's just put it that way. The true essence. Marina is saying, it's the aligned action I sometimes get stuck on. My to-do list is long. Has anyone felt that way as well? Raise your hand. Let me know. What is aligned action? Look, let's be real. You know, I was in the media world for a long time. When I graduated from university, I graduated with a business degree, and my family expected me to go into business, go into marketing and all of that. I did what they said, but I really, really hated my job for so long that I decided that, you know what, even if I have to start from scratch, I'm going to work at Harper's Bazaar, the magazine of my dreams. Like, I wanted to do that. And I worked in media for a long time, and for a really quick while, I rose through the ranks really fast, beyond anything that was seen in the industry. Why? Because I had complete faith, like I had no question. That was what I wanted to do. That is who I am. And it blew my mind, of course. There were many things that happened, opportunities that my mind could never had dreamt of, including going to Hong Kong to work. Like, how many people who work here as a journalist actually go to Hong Kong? Not many. And I did that. And yet, when things were going really well, I started to feel that my infinite self wanted to be expressed in a different way. It wanted to take actions that were not always attached to an outcome. And my prayer was answered in the form of an invitation to a tea ceremony at the time. And when I entered the tea ceremony, I had no expectations. I simply thought, you know, I love tea and I can write about this, the benefits of tea. What I found was that real sense of what it feels like to be at home within, what it feels like to be completely free to be me, and a really profound connection with all the ancestors and cosmos. The cosmos is living through us. The universe is living through us. You know the saying, the universe has my back? I'm sorry, the universe is living through you. Of course it's got your back. It doesn't matter what choice you make, it's got your back because it's living through you. It wants to be expressed through you. You know, flash forward from that ceremony, which, you know, set me on a path where I had to take on a new role of being an apprentice, studying tea, studying ceremony. I started by being a cha tong, they call it, it literally means the tea child. What that means is like you're taking care of the kettle as the ceremonialist is doing the thing, and you're in the background quietly supporting. And eventually doing this as a business, supporting women to unveil their divine expression and to have that bold, unwavering knowing to express that into the world. Whether you are a CEO, a mother, or a daughter, or whatever, you are fully expressed in everything you do. Whether you're washing the dishes, talking to a waiter, or signing a big deal. So this is the mission. This is my purpose. And aligned action means that you're not going against the flow of the universe. That is you. Aligned action doesn't mean just throwing spaghetti at the wall, or, you know, I got a big deal, now I need to make myself pleasing, or I need to make sure they take me on, and so I try to compress my personality, or I compress my price, I lower my price, all of the things, right? It's not that. The universe can hand us a big deal, a big opportunity, but we are the ones who are deciding how much of that universe gets to be expressed through us. So that is aligned action. Taking aligned action means allowing the universe to work through us. And oftentimes that feels like a really big pressure in our body until it is not. The pressure is there because we are so used to suppressing that. But the more we are able to drop into this, the more the practice of tuning in becomes a very natural thing to do. Just like when we are starting with tea, oftentimes at the beginning I remember I was thinking, okay, I need to make sure the water is boiling properly, I need to make sure this tea is sitting down like this, I need to make sure I have 6 cups of tea, blah 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 blah. But now it just happens very naturally. Flow. And I can focus on tuning into my client. But that happened because I'm doing this every day. This is embodiment. You're doing your divine self every day. That is embodiment. So that doesn't exclude chronic pain. That doesn't exclude washing your dishes. That doesn't exclude doing laundry, having sex. Doesn't. Everything is included. Everything. Every single thing. This is why I love sharing the way of tea, because you hear this often, you know, you're stressed out or you want to find your divine essence, go to nature. Excellent. Excellent if you have that at your doorstep, easy to access. But may I remind you, nature, the universe, is actually you. You, here, touch nature, touch nature. You are the nature. And the way of tea just provides that beautiful passage for us to remember that. One bowl held in your hand can remind you of your divinity. So, Lucinda is saying, I would like to be less fearful. Again, why is there a fear? What has that fear given you? And once you have embraced that truth, that it's been protecting you and you have taken that protection on, you have accepted that at one point and it's still with you right now, and now that you're aware, you're at your next level, embrace the fear as part of who you are. Alchemize it. Breathe into it. Be so present to that fear and know that your higher self can walk in this moment. There's no need to avert the fear. And I'm not saying eat fear like your breakfast. I'm not saying that. What I mean is see the other side of the fear. What is really there? What has fear given you? And what is fear stopping you from? And maybe you will laugh out loud as you feel into that. And then, again, tap into your higher self, the one who already is doing what she really is here to do. Tap into that. What is she thinking? How is she acting? Who is she? And then continue to send the energy of the higher self down deeper, deeper, deeper into your body. Don't stop at the heart, my friends. Don't stop at the heart. And this is something we go really deep in mentorship with me. We want to bring it fully into the presence of your entire body and beyond into your magnetic field. So keep sending the energy of your higher self. And if you want some help with this, I have a free meditation that I did. It was a channel transmission called All There Is. Let me know, DM me if you want a copy of that, and I will send you the link for that. Okay? Okay, right. Let's see. Lucinda, and then now we have Blossom. Yes, it's a journey. So true. Adriana, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Where do we fit in then? How do we connect to others? So if I were to go back to what I said, that we are a fractal of the divine, imagine, and I love this vision, just envision it with me for a moment here. The tea tree itself, completely on its own, the tree is a full expression of the environment where it grew up in. And each leaf of the tea tree is a full expression of the tree. And imagine you are the leaf. You're just like the leaf. You are the full expression of the tree and thus the environment. So if we are the divine expression and we are a fractal, we're just a fractal of the divine. Each fractal, each point is actually viewing the same field differently. Yeah? You see, Leonie is seeing this field as something through her lens. Joanne is seeing this field through her lens. Petra is seeing this field through her lens. And this goes beyond the physical realm, because it really includes all of your cosmic incarnations. It includes your ancestral, the ancestral bloodline. It includes so many things. And of course, when we come to the physical realm, once we come into this density, we pick up all the beliefs of our parents, we pick up the beliefs of our friends, and then we look on social media and then we start to see all the things and we start to ingrain something in us that's not ours, so on and so forth. So we are all interconnected. We are all interconnected. We are not operating on our own. So yes, working with, for example, for me, I love to work with a mentor, but I am very aware right now, as I come to this part of my journey, that it is a raft to the shore. Yeah, oftentimes in mentorship is so brilliant in this way, because in mentorship you actually see a lot of your shadows coming up. One of the things that came up for me was my mother wound, seeking for approval and becoming aware of it and acknowledging it out in the open was liberating for me. It was very liberating. And eventually, after courses and courses of feeling like I'm not enough, I don't know enough, I realized that I am really, really ready. I am ready for this work. And the divine spoke to me when I was standing on the Isle of Skye last year. Told me, the Divine Mother desires to live through you. You better be ready. And boy, oh boy, I struggled. My human struggled to comprehend it until I reached a point where I fully surrendered. Fully surrendering here means no longer doubting, no longer allowing the doubt to stand in my way, trusting. And it wasn't built overnight, for God's sake. Like, I really had to dive deep into that stillness and let go of controlling the stillness. Let go of filling up this space, this sacred space, with everything I want to happen now, fast, right? No. That's why I talk about aligned action in the sense that we must learn to cultivate presence that is so full that there is no question, that there is no more question of the possibility. There is a detachment from time, there is a detachment from space, and voila, it happens. But you don't do it because you have one eye on it. I'm detaching. So this is a fine balance that you can come in and really embody through this work that I teach. Okay? It is too much to share in one session. It really is. Women come and work with me for 3 months. And so that is a good place to start. In fact, right now I have an 11% off code that you can DM me, and I will get you the code. Or if you want to start somewhere where you feel like, you know what, I just want to have no strings attached, I just want to feel into this, there is the Tea Mystic Collective where you can dive into all the masterclasses, come into live tea ceremony, sharing circles with me, and also experience the tea that I work with. It's a very beautiful tea that is indigenous origin, so that you can really play and experience with the wisdom of Mother Earth and the cosmos in its purest form. And so this is one part of it, okay? Yes. Joanne, to be present, I am here, I am healed, yes. Petra, my whole body is glowing. And Qigong, yes. Blossom, you've got it. You're also welcome. Thank you. So let's take a moment here before we finish. We're going to come to the end soon. Let's take a moment to drop into the space below the navel once again, closing your eyes or looking down. Bring your mind into that space below the navel and let the mind become a pearl that sits in the center of the field, in the center of the belly, let's put it that way. Let that stillness grow, let the light grow. Until you can feel the release down the pelvic bones. Open the sacrum, let the creative life force out. And feel the exchange of the light of the pearl going down through the pelvic bones as the creative life force rises up into the belly as you breathe. And see if you can rise higher today to the solar plexus and into the heart. Exhaling out through the throat, through the center of your face, up to the third eye, and out through your crown. Shoot it out, fountain out. Let it fountain out. Let it be glorious. Let it be magnificent. And take this moment now. Open the crown, open the channel in your body, release the spine. Let the spine grow long. And feel your true highest, most high and most divine expression showering down through the crown. Feel her, feel him, feel them, showering through the crown, coming into the mind, radiating into the entire mind, front and back, left and right. Let it continue to come down the face and the back of the skull. Let it take up space, no apologies. Completely liberated to take up space in the throat, front and back, all around. Into the arms, into the hands. May these hands take hold of the infinite opportunities that are available in the field. And may I have the courage to go forth with most aligned actions. Continue to shower down into the heart. Let the heart be the one who sees. Let the heart be free to be expressed into the world, uninhibited. Feel it in the back of your heart as well. Let it come down into the solar plexus, in the front and the back. Really feel that opening. Let it be free. No more constrictions. Let them all drop away now. Burn them up in the radiance of the light of your higher self. Down into the belly now, converging, merging as one with the pearlescent light. Let the mind revel in this cosmic magnificence that you are. Deep inhale. Exhale the pearl, shoot it out through the tailbone, down deep into the pool of radiance beneath where you're seated. Let it feel good. Let yourself be wrapped in this beautiful bubble of light. Feel it. Feel. You are this multidimensional woman, wise, strong, intuitive. Let her live through you now. Now is the moment. Thank you so much for being here. Taking a moment to revel in this energy. Sending you so much love, and as always, my DMs are open. If you have any questions, if you'd like to come into the collective or the mentorship, this is the moment, and I am ready to welcome you. Thank you, Marina. Thank you, Leonie. Thank you, Lou. Oh, big love.